Hello, hello, badasses. What's going on? Whitney Carrion here, and I'm live for day one of the mentorship program. So please give me some hearts, give me some likes, let me know that you are on here. I want to know if you are tuning in for the mentorship program. Drop below if you're tuning in to day one to launch your business or to relaunch your business. Where are you at in that process? What's up, friends? How you doing? Hey, what's up, Jennifer, Anna, hey, Alicia, Talia. Got some people from Central America tuning in. Love, love, love. Y'all, if you know that if I put on makeup for this, it's going to get serious. It's going to get serious tonight. So, yeah, drop me below and just let me know kind of what stage of business you're in. Even if you're somebody who's been in business for a while, you can still move forward with a successful relaunch plan. So, drop below if you are looking to relaunch your business or if you're brand new and you're looking to launch your business. I have some notes here on my computer because I wanted to be straight and to the point. Wanted to ensure I'm being super successful for you guys tonight. Oh, Talia, thank you. It's a rare day where this girl has had to get ready in a long time. So relaunch, I'm seeing relaunch. All right, cool. So today we're going to talk about the successful components to launching and relaunching your business. The deal is that a lot of this I learned from our incredible leader, Miss Bryn Lang, because she taught us all of the things that we need to know to really create curiosity, to generate massive FOMO, fear of missing out, and to create excitement around a launch. And you know, I did my launch 2.5 years ago. Talia and I launched at the same time. We had some other amazing friends who came along and launched with us, and we all followed this specific formula that I'm going to share with you guys to launch, okay? And it's a formula that works. And we had people who joined brand new, didn't know anything about social media, didn't know anything about network marketing. They joined, we brought them through the same process, and guess what? Same type of success. Now, again, I did this 2.5 years ago, so the formula is still tried and true, but I've been watching a lot of other steps in the industry, so I want to give you guys some other tips and tricks that I learned that I think would add a little pumpkin spice onto your launch process. Oh yeah, that's right. Your fall basic girl just said that. A little pumpkin spice onto it. So if you're somebody who wants to just follow the basic plan, you can go through that and you're going to crush this. But then if you're somebody who's like a little extra, like Talia is somebody who's a little bit extra, and I like that about her. I like that she's ready to add a little spice into her plan and her progress and any sort of program that she's rocking and rolling. And so I'm going to give you that option too. All right. So let's dive right in. You guys, I can't. Somebody just sent me this unicorn pen and I feel the need to hold it while I'm talking. So we're going to do that. Okay. So, we're going to talk about the relaunch process first, because I feel like that's where a lot of people are right now, especially after the summer. I feel like I know that we're still technically in the summer, but I also feel like things come to a little bit of a lull in the summertime, and it's totally normal. But the reason that happens is because, you know, families are off enjoying family time. People are traveling. People are focused on just other things, and they're just not necessarily tuned into what's going on in social media. And for a lack of a better way of explaining it, buying your crap. Like, we have amazing, incredible products, but that is like the least of their focus. Like, truly. Now, I personally have been a little bit bored and a little bit home a lot. And so I feel like all I'm personally doing is shopping. So I would be a really good target market. But what I want to show you how to do this and how to relaunch your business, how to get excited going into school year, is because I want you to be preparing for that now. I want you to get ready to do that now, because the boom is going to come September, October, November. We know, those of us who have been in this business for a while, that's when the boom comes. All right. There's seasons for all stages of what we're going through in network marketing and in this industry in general with social media, and the boom is coming. And so if you just start doing all these things in October or November, you're gonna be behind. It doesn't mean that you can't still be successful, but we want to give you the absolute best opportunity to do that, right? So the timing is now. All right. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about the relaunch process. All right. So there's a couple elements to have a successful launch and then to have a successful relaunch. All right. So I'm going to go over those steps. So if you're somebody who has a notebook and a pen, I have like several, no joke. If you're somebody who likes to take notes, go ahead and do that now, because I'm going to try and make this very simplified. All right. So like I said, let's talk about relaunching your business first. So the first thing when it comes to a relaunch is you really have to get your mind right before you're going to dive right in. And that's why we're doing this now, because the boom is coming in September. So we got to get our head space right now. The kids are going to be going to school, or maybe they already are. And so you're like getting this free time, and it takes a minute or two to adjust to that change. My daughter was crying at school today, and her teachers were like, I've never seen her cry before, like ever. And she was like, we just got to get used to this. It's like, we're only week number 2 of school, and we just got to get used to that transition. So that's what we're going to do right now. All right. So what you first need to do, step number 1, when you're going to relaunch, is that you first must decide that you are all in for good this time. Like, you are all in, like, this is, you're going to do this. Like, your mind has to be there. You could be slightly anxious. You could be a little bit worried, like whatever, but you still have to like go all in. All right. There's going to be tons of unknowns. Doesn't matter. You're going all in. All right. So that means your attitude, your energy, and your consistency needs to match this decision. All right. Doesn't matter what happened before. It doesn't matter that you had some silly stuff going on this summer. Doesn't matter that you were kind of checked out. None of that matters. What matters is right now, and it's the decision to relaunch. So even if you feel anxious, just make the decision to commit to it. All right. Hey, the kids are going back to school. When they go back to school, I am recommitting to this relaunch. Like, I'm going all in. All right. Second, pick a date to actually relaunch. All right. I got some fun up my sleeves on this one. All right. So hang with me. Pick a date to actually relaunch. I don't want you to wake up and be like, tomorrow I'm relaunching. Like, pick a day, a couple days ahead of time, because I want to give you some cool things to prepare. I am somebody who thinks that it is so much better to have things done than to have them perfect. But I want to give you an opportunity to really milk this thing for all that it's worth, especially since you've already launched once before. Okay. So second, you're picking a date to actually launch. This is a date that you're going to build up for. Maybe 2 or 3 days in advance. Maybe it's 5 days in advance. But what this is going to do is it's going to cause your audience to be painfully aware of the fact that you have not announced whatever it is you're going to announce. They're going to be painfully aware that there's something funny going on with you, and it's going to drive them insane. Your family, everybody's just going to be like, tell me! And you are going to hold out because you are a ninja. All right? So, your announcement is going to go something like this. And this is just like, this isn't your announcement. This is your teaser post. Okay. This is like after you've made the decision. All right. So I or we, if this is like a family thing, I or we have some really exciting news to be revealed in 5 days, to be revealed in 3 days, on this date at this time. All right. That's how you're going to do it. Simple, written out on this day and this time. We got some exciting news we're going to share with you. Huge exciting news. Don't use the word announcement because that's kind of overplayed right now, in my opinion. Just say we have some major news. We have something exciting to share with you. Use something else. All right. A lot of people are saying announcements lately. Let's go away from the norm. All right. Then here's what you're going to do is every day leading up to it, you're going to have a simple post with just the number of days counting down to the news. All right. Create massive FOMO around it though. You can just have a picture of the number, like 3 days, and then just maybe it's 3 days away, and maybe you're just like, oh, it's killing me. But you guys have no idea the things that I've just found out, the way that I'm going to help you. Just start teasing it a little bit. Don't say anything about products. Don't say anything about business, but tease the way that it's going to benefit your audience. Tease the ways that they should be excited in every one of those countdowns. Like I'm imagining like those old school black and white screens where it had the circle, it'd be like 3, 2, 1. Like that's what I'm imagining. So that's what I would do. And just tease that. And what's going to happen is people are going to start commenting. What is it? You're annoying. I'm not going to do this. Blah, 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 blah. They're going to say, they're going to try and throw some shade and throw some hate at you. And you're just going to be like, tune in. This is the date. This is the time. So this is for the relaunch. All right. Like for real. We're going in. Okay. Then on the day that you're going to reveal the surprising news, that morning, remind your audience of the announcement time and place and have that be like day 0. Have that number 0. Reminder, it's finally here. Holy cow. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to contain myself until XYZ time of day. It's freaking here. Y'all get ready. So see what I mean by like committing to the excitement, committing to the energy, committing to the consistency. You are building for this, okay? Great question, Ashley. Yes, you can add it to your stories too. Great question. Yes, but just do the same thing. And just tease around that. Don't add anything else. No products, no nothing. Just tease, okay? In your stories, just put other stuff that's going on in your life, or like, here's ways I'm getting prepared. Like, get my workout in because I'm preparing, studying this notebook because I'm preparing. Like, that's what I would tease in your stories. But on your actual page, just keep it simple and just FOMO. All right. So then when it is time to finally reveal, I would suggest doing it in the evening time, but you know your audience better. If your audience really, really is used to you tuning in at tuning into you at like noon or like in the morning, it's totally up to you. But normally the most eyeballs on Facebook, for example, are in the evening times. Now, if you're also teasing this on Instagram, you would want to like maybe have 2 phones or a phone and an iPad and then just do the live in 2 different places. All right. That's what I would do. So what you're going to do is that night, you're going to do a live announcement. Now, I know some of you are absolutely throwing up right now and saying, "Boop, she had me up until that. I don't want to do a live announcement." I have a couple options, so hold on. Don't tune me out. Option number 1 would be doing a live announcement, and I'm going to give you an exact formula to follow. Okay, hang on. Option 2 would be doing a live announcement with like a partner. Maybe your leader, maybe your spouse, somebody who interviews you. And again, I'm going to give you the exact formula of these questions, okay? Option 3 is a post or a pre-done video, like that you've already like prepped. Maybe you've like had 35 outtakes or whatever, but then you spliced it together and now the video makes sense. All right. Like, I get it that like lives are scary for some people, but in my opinion, it's going to get the most traction and people are going to be able to see your heart. And reminder, I am doing a live right now for you and I have notes here on a computer screen. There's no reason you can't do the same thing. So don't worry if you and stumble and like your way through it. You got notes, all right? And it doesn't need to be perfect. So here's what we're going to do in this announcement. So you're going to say, like right out of the gate, like, "Oh my gosh, drop me some hearts and likes, drop some guesses of what you think this exciting news is." So you get everybody like talking for a little bit and just dropping. All right. And then say, "All right, are you guys ready? Give me some hearts, give me some likes. If you're ready, And then what you're going to say, surprise, I am partnered with a business. That's right. The company that I talked about that did blah, 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 I'm still in it. And now, not only that, not only am I still in it, but now we are the DSA ranked, #1 ranked company for momentum. And we have the #1 eye cream award winner in the industry. That's right. Before, we just had a 7 international patent collagen and EWG certified toothpaste and certified clean living products and the best weight loss product award winner in the entire industry. And now we've got all these other things on it. Yes, these 2 other milestones have been achieved since I've joined. But that's not why I gathered you here tonight. I launched this business XYZ time frame ago. Be honest about that. And I got lax. Here's why I gathered you all here tonight. Now here's the formula. Are you ready? If you're taking notes, this is the formula. Point #1 that you're going to hit is you're going to answer a question. You're going to say why you got lax. You're going to say, here's what happened when I joined. Point #1. I want you to lean into what you loved about it when you joined. Share your heart of excitement of what you noticed when you joined. What success you saw when you joined. Really lean into that. I got lax, but here's what happened when I did join. Here's what I saw. Here's why I joined. Here's what was so amazing when I joined. That's #1. Here's what happened when I joined. #2, what caused you to step back? Here is where you need to go deep. Here is where you have to be willing to unveil the onion of yourself a little bit more. And it can be something simple with saying the weight of the world was much heavier on your heart and on your shoulders than you ever thought it was going to be. And you can admit to that. I pride myself on being tough. I pride myself on being somebody who moves forward no matter what. Ish got heavy really fast. And I found myself in a tunnel of being unable to get out of it. Like, be straight up about that, Maybe that's not why. When the pandemic happened, my kids got kicked out of school and I was now trying to juggle 2 children while working full time and a husband or a spouse who was on the verge of losing their job. And the weight of all of that was too much. I checked out. I didn't emotionally know how to handle it. Like, whatever it is, say that. Share it. What specifically happened to you, why you had to step away? Share what that journey looked like for you emotionally. Why are we doing this? Because there's other people who are going to be watching, who are going to be relating to you when you share that. And it is so important to be vulnerable so that they can relate to you. Your audience can relate to you. And your audience can say, wow, she isn't just a person who does all the things. Like, she's a real human being. She's not a robot. Okay? Formula #3. Here's the realization you had, though, that made you decide to come back. What was it that made you say, I'm back in? How did you get to that place where it was like, that's it, I am back in? All right? That's formula point #3. And then 4, what can your audience expect from you going forward? Here's where you're headed now. Here's what this is going to look like going forward. All right? This is a great time to remind your audience that you're not going to be a spammy butthead, that you're not going to hey girl their inboxes. It is a great time to remind them this too. This is my favorite part that you need to remind them. All right? Pay attention. That the bulk of the goodness that you are going to share with this new incredible business opportunity that you're relaunching into is going to be shared in your stories. That you're going to be sharing all of the juicy details in your stories. And that if they are interested, that's where they should head. Why are we doing that? Because we want to let them know that you're not going to do what everybody else on their timeline is doing, which is spamming their page and annoying them and becoming a white noise so that they're already going, I need to block her. All right, that's one. But you're also letting them know, go to my stories if you want to see the goodness. Now, this is going to do two things for you. One, if they're hanging out in your stories, they going to be super duper interested. They hanging out in your stories, they're saying to you, yes, I am. I did want to know what you're doing. All right. Two, you're going to visibly be able to see every single person who's watching you from here forward. So those people are going to go on your notebook list. Those people are going to go on your list of those who you know are interested, especially that night after you launch. If then if you start sharing this exact goodness and teasing it in your stories too, like I shared my big news on my page tonight. Here's what happened here's what the news is. Here's what happened when I joined originally. Here's why I stepped back. And you can just summarize it very shortly in a slide. Slide 3, the realization I had that made you come back. Slide 4, what they can expect from you. That is all exciting things to share. All right. Then you must be committed. You must plug in with your leaders. Stay on top of them. Make sure your leaders are on top of you and give yourself 90 days hard minimum and ensure your family is on board. Ensure that your family is going to do the things to support you. My husband used to get so annoyed because like laundry and things would just like pile up and I'd be like, I have to do this live. I have to do. But when I sat down and had a conversation with him, like, this is how we're going to retire you from the military. This is how we're going to pay off our debt. I need to be able to focus on these things for 90 days, go hard, and I need your support doing that. Here's what I would love for your support to look like. Does that work for you? Like getting on the same board with that. All right. That's what you need to do. So that is the relaunch process. I know I just really dove into that, but a lot of what I just said here is going to relay to your launch process. But I wanted to really get you guys in and understand the psychology of the T's. It's so hard for me. It took years because I'm just a very black and white person. I say the spicy things. I don't like to dance around what we need to say here, but I've realized that is an important skill to develop, not just in sales, but just in psychology in general, like when dealing with people. If you want people to do something, you have to dance around it. You can't just say, go walk across the street. Because I promise you, what happens when you tell your children to do something? They're like, no. But if you're like, do you think maybe that if I had a donut at the end of the day for you, you would maybe put your shoes on, get dressed, grab your backpack in the next 10 minutes? Do you think maybe we could do that? Or if not, no big deal. Like, play cool, right? Then your children will listen. It's like a whole thing, right? All right, cool. So that's one. Now let's talk about launching your business. All right. So obviously the formula that I just gave you for launching your business is also phenomenal, meaning teasing it that way. But there's different questions that you're going to want to answer on your live. All right. I'm going to go over what these 4 questions are. They are questions that Ms. Bryn Lang already has laid out for you in the guides of Bunch of Badasses. And it's in a quick video, and she says how to do a badass live launch. But I'm going to summarize it here. Same thing. You can do it live by yourself. If you are brand spanking new and you are very worried or afraid of doing a video, have somebody interview you, like maybe the person who brought you into this business, have them interview you. I've done so many interviews with people who hated to do lives, and just having me there made them feel comfortable. And all they had was notes about like the beginning of the live. Then they had notes about, the questions I was going to ask them, and that's it. And when they started to get nervous, I just led the conversation a little bit more. I just like pulled back the onion. If they were giving me yes or no questions, I'd be like, well, how did this happen, Leanne? Like, what made you decide that this was something that you wanted to do for your family, right? So if you're a leader and you have somebody who's wanting to launch this way, make sure that you're there to help them feel comfortable. Really love them up, all right? So again, you can live launch it, or you can do an interview style launch, or you can pre-record a video and just still go through all the steps to tease it and then upload it. In my opinion, the first two are the absolute best. But if you are like just petrified, gonna throw up, then you could always go the third route, all right? So now here's the 4 questions that you're gonna answer on a first time launch. Not the relaunch, the first time launch, all right? Question 1, what hesitations did you have before joining this type of business? All right, you can lean into, you know, I was afraid of the time commitment. I didn't really want a second job. I didn't know anything about the products outside of the fact that I knew they had the best collagen, they had the best weight loss product. And I was worried that maybe I was gonna have to spam my friends, or I was worried that I was gonna have like no time with my family, and it was just gonna be this like lots of time but no reward type of activity. Okay, lean into whatever those hesitations were. And the reason that you want to do this is because you, right out of the gate, you want to hit your audience with all of the things that make them cringe and relate to the fact that it also makes you cringe. Like, I didn't really understand, like I thought these things were like pyramid schemes. Like I didn't understand that. I know that people get really turned off when people are spamming the pages and like being salesy, and I'm not a salesperson. I've never considered myself to be a salesperson. Really lean into that, right? So what were your hesitations? That's number 1 for the first time launch. All right, number 2, why/how did you get past those hesitations? Really lean into the pain points. Well, I realized that pyramid schemes are illegal, so no big deal, right? Well, I realized that this business had a simple system that's not going to take me away from my family. I don't have to do 3-way phone calls all day long. Like, praise Jesus, no more 3-way phone calls all day long. Oh, by the way, y'all, the 2020 and 2021 version of all day 3-way phone calls is all day Zooms. That's the thing I keep hearing from other network marketers now. They're like, do I have to do 35 Zooms a day? Do I have to do a Zoom every day? Like, I don't have time to get on all these live Zooms. Lean into that. No obligation to do Zooms. There's no obligation to do that, all right? Because it's the truth. Like, we have that as an option, but that's not how you build this business, all right? That's not how we teach it anyways. So how and why did you get past those hesitations? Lean into those pain points. Number 3, what are some of the things that you've found since you've joined? You could be 72 hours, 4 days into joining. But what are all the things that like you asked, like all the questions that you asked of these leaders when you were in that ATM chat about what it was about? What did you see in the video that made you want to join? The minute you hit that submit button, how quickly were you brought through the onboarding process? How much did you realize like the camaraderie was really, really cool? Did it make you feel super plugged into a community when you felt alone? Did you realize like, oh my gosh, all these people are earning income? Like this is like the secret underground world I never knew about, and I wish I would have known about earlier. Like, get excited. Your energy, just like we talked about the relaunch, your energy has to be on. Your energy has to be up. Your attitude, everything has to be committed. You may not know the ins and outs of the comp plan. You may not know every ingredient in these products. That's okay. Get sold out excited about what you do know, about what you've seen, about what your leaders have shown you, about what stories you've heard. Get jacked up sideways excited about that. When I launched, I was like 2 days into the business. I was a gym owner who was used to knowing every single ingredient and the science behind every single product. That was my comfort zone. When I joined this business, I was completely out of my comfort zone. And I had to be okay with that. Why was I okay with it? Because I saw all these people before me getting ridiculous success. I knew that the person I locked arms with was going to lead me through this. I knew Bryn Lang was the person who, after just 1 year in the business, was averaging $1 million in sales a month. I wanted that. I knew that if I had that badass unicorn leader leading me, that I could bring anyone to the table and they would succeed too. That's what you want to lead into. That's what you want to share about. You could have maybe just tried the coffee and that is the only thing that has changed your life. Why are you thrilled about that? I have tried maybe that's something you even say. I have tried one of the 1,200 products that they have, and here's why this one's a winner. I have 1,199 more products to go to blow your freaking minds with, people. I can't wait. Stay tuned for that. Get excited about that, all right? The fourth and final thing with those 3 questions that you're going to answer is that morning of, just like we did with the relaunch, is that morning of, you just want to really tease this in a different way. The morning of, before you do this launch, or maybe it's the night before if you're doing it first thing in the morning, it's just a plain post like, oh my gosh, here we go again. Maybe if you've done a business before, or here we go. Big leap of faith coming. Can't freaking wait to share with you. Really, really tease that. I like doing that, almost like a pregnancy scare, but I've had a few people who are like, we have 7 kids. If we do another pregnancy scare post, we're probably going to get one. So don't really want to jinx it. I understand that too. All right. So, after that, after you launch or relaunch, just like I was saying a little bit before, you really got to go hard into this. You really got to be consistent. Set a time frame at which you are just going to go balls out. I'm not talking about 12 hours a day working this business, but I am talking about being consistent with the specific amount of time that you have agreed upon with your family, with your spouse, to dedicate to this, and maximize that. ATM your face off. Stay on your leaders and make sure that they're giving you feedback. Hey, Bryn, I just did this post. Does this look good to you? Hey, Bryn, I just messaged this person. Here's what I said. Does this sound great to you? I'm ready for the next step. I'm ready to move on to referral posts. Okay, I've already shared in my stories. What's next? Stay on them. Be hungry, because I promise you, your leader wants to be working with you like crazy. They would rather have one massively hungry person than people they're always having to chase down to help. This is whether you're launching or relaunching. We want to be there for you. But you got to strip away the shame. You got to strip away the hesitation, strip away any anxiety you have, and know that the people you are partnered with got your back. That is the best thing about this business here, this team here. It is unlike anything other. I felt like I could be me for the first time ever. And it was almost like I was coming out of this shell and relearning who I was, because I was finally comfortable to shine in a way that people would always, no, don't do that. No, too much. Pull it back. I had a lot of that going on in my life. I was always too much for somebody. And I come here and Bryn Lang is like, go be that. Do that, Whitney. She's told me many times over. What did I say? I'm a black and white person. She said to me many times over, Whitney, you're a little spicy. A lot of people don't like that. But you know what? That's your power. That's who you are. That's what makes you you. And when she says that to me, I'm like, damn, I don't have to hide. I don't have to pretend. I don't have to fake it. And that's what is so incredible about launching this business, is it may be something that earns you income. It may be something that helps your family reach their goals. It may be something that gives you hope again, but it's going to be a confidence. It's going to be a camaraderie. It's going to be a personal development that will change you in so many ways if you let it. If you understand what you have your hands on, with the greatness that you have here. I promise you that. You're going to learn more about you in a 6-month time period than maybe you've learned in your entire life, just from following simple steps of this business, from plugging into the trainings that we have, and gathering around the fire of this phenomenal team. Every single person that is on this team was hand chosen, was attracted to what we have here. The people that were funky and not getting it and not really jiving with this very intentionally built culture have seen their way out of this business. So you don't need to worry about that. You are safe here, you are loved here, and you will be supported here. So let's go launch your business. Let's go relaunch your business with an excitement and a commitment that you have never done before. This is the time, this is the place, this is the energy, and now you have the formula to do it. So I'm gonna hang on for like 30 seconds and answer any questions if you got them. Otherwise, I'm just so freaking honored to be here with all of you. I am so grateful that I was introduced to this team, because I promise you guys, corporate pays attention to this team. That's why a lot of members of this team are constantly being pulled in to do trainings, because the culture that we have here, they are dying and trying to duplicate. And they can only duplicate it too if they're around the fire. So lean in and realize the goodness that you have your hands on here. All right. God bless y'all. Let's go crush this. Bye.